Derivative rules?
A tier. This is honestly one of the easier things that you learn in calculus, but I would say they're A because they show up so often. They're behind basically everything. They're basically the set of rules that you want to drill every week until they're automatic because they come up so often.
Chain rule.
B tier. This is the one I'll fight you on. It's a B, not because it's hard, but because it's hiding inside almost every other topic you'll touch all year. Every time you're doing any complex derivative at all, there's almost always going to be a chain rule inside of it somewhere.
Limits.
C tier. That whole unit you'll spend September grinding on is still just a C in my opinion, because you'll barely see it after the first test.
Integral rules?
A tier. Just like the derivative rules, integral rules are behind basically half of the questions you'll see. Together, if you look at an actual AP exam, derivative rules and integrals rules together will make up a quarter of the questions on the MCQ. They're just straight up asking you, what is the derivative of this? What is the integral of this? And honestly, each of those rules show up on every other problem as well behind the scenes. It comes up in almost every problem.
Related rates?
D tier. Everyone dumps on this like it should be A tier because it's one of the hardest things alive, but in my opinion, it's still D. Now, to be fair, these are one of the most difficult things in calculus AB at least, especially if you don't know how to turn the words into equations in the word problem, but it's actually not that important because it's not very common on the AP exam.
Optimization problems?
D tier. These are just like related rates, only 15 to 20% harder. But luckily, like related rates, they're not that common on the AP exam. They almost never come up on the FRQ, and there will probably be only one question on the MCQ section.
Regular algebra?
Honestly, S tier. And now the one that nobody wants to hear, which is why plain old algebra is S tier in calculus. It's because it's the thing that actually decides your grade almost more than anything, I think. Not every problem is going to have every topic. Most topics don't come up a lot, to be honest, but algebra comes up on almost every question. You're rarely going to lose a point because the calculus is actually the problem. Usually the calculus is just one step. You're most likely going to lose points because you make one or two little algebra mistakes when there were 30 little things that you had to do in one problem. Like for example, because maybe you dropped a negative somewhere or you blanked on the unit circle. So the scarier units, they're honestly not that bad. It's usually the easier units that actually get you. Follow my profile because next time I'll be breaking down the exact algebra gaps that cause students to lose points and how you can fix them before your first test in the fall.